Hi everyone, and welcome back to Salud Street. Today's episode is brought to you by the number 2. This November marks 2 years since I helped pass the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law in Congress. You may have heard of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, but it is helping improve infrastructure across the country and right here on the Central Coast. On this law's second anniversary, I want to share some of the ways it is helping our community. This episode is also brought to you by the number 100. 100 is the number of infrastructure projects in our community currently being supported by funding from the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. Across the Central Coast, these projects are improving our roads and highways, updating our airports and bridges, increasing access to clean water and high-speed internet, and so much more. From highway upgrades on the 101 to plugging abandoned wells on the Channel Islands, these projects are making our community safer and more resilient. Our last number of today's episode is actually a fraction. It's 1/2. Specifically, 1/2 of $1 billion. That is the amount of money that has already been invested in infrastructure improvements on the Central Coast over the past 2 years. Think about that. More than $500 million invested in our community to make necessary improvements in just 2 years. I'm proud to have already delivered $500 million, federal dollars, back to the Central Coast for these projects, and I look forward to seeing these improvements out in our community.